Yeah, and of course, for my side, though, you can have your TSC Legends, but I have my Rescue here, Tarzan. And although they may have finished 12th in the group stage, Rescue are one of the strongest looking teams going into the finals. They are one of the most experienced rosters we've talked about. They've been through PMCO finals before. They understand the pressure as well. I'm ready for Tick and his squad to be able to take that first position. In their pockets, as they will find a couple members. There's also Rescue will find all of Uncle's, make it 3 going down, and Saints trying to pull off the 2 versus 4, finds 2 kills, but won't be able, like the side of Gaijin, to find all 4. Up inside of the zone, you see Rescue, though, are going to help the side of Hard Shift out, as they will find a double knock here now onto Vendetta and the Edge. Rescue looking to try and make it happen. They picked up 7 kills in their pockets so far, and they want to try prove why I picked them as that #1 team.
Oh, it's showing so strong right now. And of course, Uncles have a very different approach as to how to play boot camp. They are playing on the outskirts, using those 3 stacks instead of using Lost the Building. But that is Rescue trying to push out the solo players, and that was so sweet. They saw those parachutes. They are joining forces to eliminate one by one, and that is the problem when you split up. And that is Rescue coming in stronger than how they played this room with that opening kill over to their side. But look at Rescue. Oh my god. How many kills again? Come again, 12 kills.
12.
So that is a 22-point game. It's more points than any team's gotten the last game, right? And that is just mad. And 12 placement points. And with 15 points from that, they made it pretty high up. And we can see Rescue. Look at that placement point to kill point ratio, man. It's just crazy. 22 kills, 11 kills per game so far. And you know what? Maybe you're right, Island Wolf. There's
maybe my big brain, yeah.
to show that. And I mean, like I was taking that break and Rescue. Oh my yay! We talked about how this is probably the weakest map as well. It's getting quite scary for the other teams.
It is. It is getting quite scary. I think it's getting quite scary for you, man. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. They're going to have to make it different from the Snake game we played in match #1. Didn't work out for them, but not going to work out so hot for either KI1 or like an Austria MVP, and neither be my loot, because they're going to be blowing up either side of Coyote. Coyote himself snaking his way closer, going to find the double pick, potentially spraying down, but not quite on target yet. Be My Luke survived just for a little bit now, but it first comes out, but a knock in return. Clashty will also now be found, not able to pick up the double, and they will now need to make that speedy revive because they're outside of phase #7. The zone now is starting to close in, and Blood still needs picked back up. And the phase 7 closing in behind them. The pressure really getting to them. Can they find a pick? No, they won't.
Well, we have 777 Esports in a little bit of a sticky situation against another very, very strong squad. 777 Esports at the top of the table now, but with that double knock on them from Rescue, it may be a little bit harder.
You see the double knocks go in, and there's a grenade city, baby, because they will now be 777 looking to try and make something happen with the smoke, but Coyote will be the only one falling down. And now with 3 out, Gunner Gaming, can you pull off the 1 versus 4 against Rescue again? It's going to be your time to shine, but maybe not. They find 1 knock. Can they find a second? He's going down low. Reloads with the Uzi in a minute. Has 35 clips now in his packet. But will the Uzi be able to snipe down another 3 members? It's going to be tricky. You see only 1 now remaining with Tick on the outskirts. Looking to try and make that knock, but he can't find it. And Tick, the champion for his team.
Oh my god, this might be another strong one for them.
But this is where the 2-2 split comes in, because not only do they control the zone, they also have to now use the 2 members on the Everest side to stop Be My Loot aggressing on top of them. And they will all throw grenades at the same time, but none of them will land on to Rescue. Now they have a bit of throwing themselves onto Be My Loot, and it will be down half health for 1 player. Tick will also find 1 onto Kindboy, and that will be the initial knock, as LNMVP will lose 1 to Be My Loot, but the real damage is in front of them. As you see, Kind Boys being knocked. Nemo and Clash G, the only ones in front. Tick trying to make that high ground position round, scouting over Nemo, maybe trying to find a pick with the grenade. Chucks it in. Will it be finding his target? No, it won't, but with the guns it will find Clash G. And now a second goes down, and Be My Loot, only 2 remaining. Assault and make it just 1. Nemo will be dropped as well. Firsted out of the game. Tick keeps himself alive, denies away the revive. Resq holding up strong, and Resq keeping strong as tape on top of teams here joining up on them. Even Be My Loot, Sultan still alive though, as Blood and Tick come over the top. They knock down Kind Boy from the revive. Sultan will fall to the zone, and Be My Loot fall out of the game. 9 kills now to Resq.
Resq is so bloody good, man. What the hell? I was looking at the minimap there. Tick was the only one that was asked to look over and control Be My Loot. The rest of them, knowing that they're on edge, actually had themselves focusing on the rest of the circle. That is the experience and confidence shown by Resq.
They split though 2-2 on Resq, taking 2-2 split on the rest of these 2-2 enemy teams. Resq will find Gunner Gaming, eliminate now out 777. In the dissection of these remaining players in the lobby, as Ali also falls, the only Snake now alive, up to 12, make it 13. The full squad gonna drive over their victory in chicken dinner winners. Resq dominate the top of the leaderboard.
They are just so strong, man. So strong. 13 kills and the chicken did 28. Quick maths, 112 points. And you know what, who the hell drives in the final circle like that? If you're not confident, you won't really do it. This probably is the cleanest game I've seen so far, right, in this tournament.
And I am just looking even more so at that kill points and just gobsmacked at how ridiculous that number is after 8 games.
It's just completely crazy. I mean,
it will be another knock for Cable, but here comes Resq. They provide some support, and now maybe allowing Lacknosher MVP to fire back, but they still have only Alicia alive. They've knocked 2 with Daniel and Anori. Anori, of course, just being knocked down, now being revived up by Cable's fault. And now Resq moving their way into zone. Still the furthest team out. It's going to be a tricky movement and a tricky time for them. Keep in mind, even TSC Legends ahead of them as well.
The blue is now coming in. They need to start scouting forward. They need to throw some aggressive smoke. They saw TSC and they can maybe make that work. Alicia try to open fire, get punished heavily. And the last one standing for them is probably Danny in there, and now still going back down on his knees. They are in shambles right now. But meanwhile, so many teams have fallen. Only 9 teams remaining in this last game of day 3.
Resq holding up towards Lacknosher MVP. They find a final pick, and Danny alongside Anori will drop 8 kills for Resq. They survived, making their way into zone through TSC and Lacknosher MVP.
And Resq with the relative high ground as well, being very aware of what they have to do. They can't even stand up. They don't want to give away any possessions. So the 3v4 between these 2 teams. And while esports actually still in this, no teams got a spot in the circle yet, because that plateau with so minimal cover is very tricky to claim. And we will see the standoff a little bit further, but most wanted. Beautiful play from earlier. You know what? Clearing out some of these teams on the edge so that they can protect the next rotation. I've been so too soon.
It is most wanted. Losing 2, you might have jinxed them here, Tarzan, because they've only got ads and kids, and they're split apart. The vehicle burning in front of Kid right now, and there's no direct way into that zone past that Jeep. Resq just edging their way in slowly, and those 2 knocks are going to provide them the advantage as Phase 7 still chokes its way towards either of these teams. Hyper getting tickled by that zone in the outskirts. That is Zika will fall down to Hyper. You see Hyper even edging closer behind that vehicle, and Kid. The standoff is on the other side. Coyote Blood now might find another through the smoke, but they have to reload. Haven't found a pick yet. Maybe now find it onto 12 Arad. The vehicle pops, but neither will decide of most wanted.
And that's huge for them. That revive turned it into 3v3. Most wanted. Kid went out of cover there. Oh my lord. And that is a huge mistake. Just tripped around the physics of PUBG. Now the last two players are in the smoke and they need to find a way out because they've got no sightlines. They gave the opportunity for Resq to slowly crawl in.
In Most Wanted, they're on the edge now, but a grenade splits in between them both. Will it be able to pop and find 12? Yes, it will, and Nad's not able to crawl away long enough to keep himself in a healthy position. The Molotov goes up to 12's spot, but he's moved now, and the revive looking to come out, but Hyper comes around the flank side. Coyote now on the opposite end. The smoke's not going to be enough. Ads need to fight it, but he won't be able to, and it will be Resq with their plethora of kills taking the chicken dinner. In fact, it's going to be 14 to be exact.
Oh my god, it feels like yesterday, right? It was actually yesterday when we said they broke 100 points, and they now have passed that 150 point mark. Resq, I mean, we should have never doubted them, and with how they played
I
all
never
that
doubted
control,
them, excuse me.
and it's huge, and we can see who will be crowned the best team of UK this split, as well as which are the two will make it through, and Highland will just take it away.
It will be Lakanostra MVP taking third position, Gaijin in second, and the Resq clutch my pick here, take up first position, and those will be our three representatives from the UK region for the PMPL EU West competition later in the year. Unfortunately,